I'm Sarah Leisty. I am the Director of Student-Directed Learning at Metro State. I've been in higher ed since 2005, and most of that in was called prior learning assessment, now credit for prior learning, and sort of the related areas. Mary Beth?
Yeah, thanks, Sarah. I'm Mary Beth Lakin, and I'm the Executive Director of Minnesota State's Credit for Prior Learning Assessment Network, or C-Plan. And that was, Metro State was one of the founding members a little over 5 years ago, and it's also housed, located at Metro State. And I don't think I've been a member of CAEL for 50 years, but it's moving on up there. I benefited as a student years ago coming back to the school using credit for prior learning. And my background is in early childhood education, and I worked with a lot of early childhood teachers who needed to get credentialed right away, and credit for prior learning was their pathway. So that was kind of my start years and years ago. And I worked in a variety of settings, beginning in early childhood settings, but also teaching human development in early childhood in community colleges and universities, managing credit for prior learning programs at universities, also being at ACE and working with systems across the United States on credit for prior learning pathways. And then most recently at Minnesota State, working with all the campuses within the system, and that's 26 community and technical colleges and 7 universities for a total of 33 institutions.
So what is your favorite part about being a member of CAEL? And Mary Beth, I'll start with you.
I think just the different ways of belonging. And I think the organization has done a good job over the years, just looking at its different members, sort of in different environments, and what we all need. And so, a lot of my work is connecting and relationship building, and that I think that's the part, one of the parts that I enjoy about belonging to CAEL.
I would say it's a combination of the networking and the resources. So like CAEL provides a variety of ways of meeting people and getting connected, and whether it's the annual conference where we're actually in person, or CAEL Connect, which is entirely online, and a whole variety of more Zoom kind of interactions. And then also, along with that, the resources where, like, what does the research say? It's probably at the CAEL website. And pulling together resources like from Witchy or from other places too that have something to say. So I think that combination makes it really, that's why I stick around, because I'm going to have a question that is either like written down somewhere and I want to go read that thing, or it's not written down and I need to talk to people about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think CAEL, particularly recently with the research and other resources, has really made it easier for us to navigate what's there and put it to use in different formats. So I appreciate that too, because I'm always looking for resources to share, or templates, rubrics, or examples to share with campuses. And it's great that the search is not as difficult as it used to be. And I'm not having to create things like I used to from whole cloth.